Before I start, I just want to, say thank you for organizing this, wonderful day. It is always good to see old friends and discuss about what is happening in our region, see what our partners and peers are doing. We work with technology, so to have this every year is helpful, right? We see all the improvements, right? As we said, this is, a network for the Americas. And since this is, a map day, I'm going to share with you a lot of maps about our network, right? So starting with CBRAS 1, which is our major infrastructure. This is 11,000 kilometers cable, subsea cable, connecting New York to Sao Paulo in Praia Grande. This is, it has been operational since Q4 2017. So it's going to be, it's going to be 4 years operational by the end of this year, right? And then besides this, infrastructure, this cable that we deployed, we operate, and we own, we have also a fiber on the AMX1. And this is, a unique infrastructure because Seaborn is the only carrier other than America Móvel that it is able to sell connectivity through this cable. So it connects Jacksonville up north of Miami to Rio de Janeiro. So as we saw in the previous panel, diversity is key for our business as well as latency. So reason why we acquired this fiber. So for our international customers and to national local customers, Seaborn is able to bundle, a full diverse solution connecting US and Brazil. So having said that, what we've done over the last, a couple of years is increasing our network. So this is, how our network looks like right now. As you can see, leveraging the existing infrastructure we have, CBRAS 1 and AMX1, we have built a comprehensive network, virtually connecting every place in the world. From the United States, you can see we connect Europe on the right side. We have few routes with high capacity connecting the major POPs in Europe and IX. And then, as you can see, we also connect the major IX and traffic locations in the US. And then from the Seattle, we connect with Asia. And then when you see down south through partnerships, we also have plenty of high capacity routes connecting major cities and major countries like Bogota, Lima, Santiago, Buenos Aires, from US and from Brazil. So, this is, zooming about our network in the United States. We have in some places our own fiber network, or in other cases, we have strategic partnerships where we have, high capacity networks. The reason we did that is to deliver services point to point to our international customers that needs transport, IP or remote peering. We've done these, incredible connections across the United States. Now, zooming a little bit more, just to show our network that we have in New York. So those are the major data centers we connect from our land station in Wall. As you can see, 1400 Federal, 60 Hudson, 111, all the Secaucus data centers, and also 165. Those are the main, locations international financial institutions love to be, and also some of the, OTT and hyperscalers. So we have this comprehensive network in the United States, so we can serve our customers from these locations. Going south, this is, our network in Latin America. We do have, and we operate POPs. I'm going to explain later, the quantity of POPs we have in Latin America. But basically, besides our own infrastructure, AMX1 and CBRAS, we have, plenty of capacity in other cables and other subsea and other terrestrial networks. And right now, we are deploying services, selling IP and transport in basically every major location in Latin America. Okay, so from Rio de Janeiro to São Paulo to close the ring we have with the two international cables. As you can see on the top right, today in Rio de Janeiro, we deliver services at RJ2, Equinix, POP, and also Teleporto. Teleporto we opened last year, and it is growing. High demand in that location, which is good. And then from Rio de Janeiro to São Paulo, we have several routes, protected routes with high capacity to connect São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro. And then when you see the left side, you see all the major data centers we currently provide services. We are at TVT. We provide services in all Equinix facilities in São Paulo, Odeira, Ascenti. Those we just added as on net for us, Ascenti SP1 in Osasco region, and also Ascenti Vinhedo, which is a huge campus that Ascenti just launched. And now we are connecting all the Scala data centers into our network. So to provide this, we have this very comprehensive ring going from our land station at Praia Grande all the way up to the metro area of São Paulo. As we saw again, low latency, diversity, and resilience, it is important for our customers. Reason why we have built this ring to protect our networks. So this is all the POPs in Latin America. We are providing services, and we provide through partnership. As you can see on the top left side, now through our strategic partnership with Edge Uno, we can provide services in Mexico City, and also in Querétaro, which is another location that international customers are trying to get. We can provide services in 3 data centers in Bogota, Colombia. We can provide in Ecuador, Lima, and then we have this joint approach where Edge Uno and Seaborn we share the same infrastructure. So this is the red bubble, and then we are providing right now services in Santiago, Buenos Aires. We opened this year a new POP in Porto Alegre in the south area of Brazil. So we are operating there, selling transport and IP as well. And then in Fortaleza through partnership with Edge Uno and other carriers. So in total, if you see, we are providing connectivity in more than 25 POPs in Latin America right now. Last year, the number was around 15, and then we have increased our footprint. We almost double, and we have more to come, by the end of the year. Okay. Now, talking about our products and capabilities, I just want to highlight, a few products we have available in the market right now. So we are providing IP transit services, right? It has been, since last year, we just launched our own IP. We used to resell, and we've been very successful with this product. Our engineering team has been working hard, and I would say that it is comparable with global tier 1 IP, right? As you can see, we can provide IP from different locations in Brazil, United States, and South America. We do have presence within the major, IEX in Brazil, North America, and Europe. And besides the IP transit we sell, we also sell remote peering, right? We know that some of the ISPs, especially in Brazil, those guys are getting more sophisticated over time. They need direct connectivity with those IX so they can be better ranked in terms of connectivity. And then we are reseller of the kicks, right? And then we are providing also remote peering product in some of the US and Europe IX. Besides the IP, which is great, we've been doing great on this product. We have the traditional, set of transport product. We sell wavelengths, pop to pop. We have what we call C-Cloud, which is basically the burstable transport. You can start with a minimum commit and you can grow over time. We have the traditional carrier Ethernet using all the network you see here. And then we have the C-Speed, which is the ultra low latency product between the New York exchange to the Brazilian exchange. We believe, considering a single route, this is, the lowest latency between New York and São Paulo. I would say the most resilient one. We know that, in the market, there are few companies providing ultra low latency product, but in terms of uptime, this is not comparable with our infrastructure. And then, based on this, demand for the financial sector, we just launched in São Paulo what we call Seaborn Network Service for the financial market, right? So this is a very specific connectivity network in São Paulo, right? We are one of the fewer international carriers certified to provide Brazilian stock exchange connectivity, meaning that we went through a pretty hard, homologation process. And now from our POPs, we can provide connectivity under the, Brazilian stock exchange network, connecting their main data center, B3 SPA in Barueri area, and also providing connectivity to their disaster recovery facility in the center city. So this, network is fully integrated into our network. And now for the international financial community, Seaborn is, one-stop shop, right? Normally, until last year, we were only selling pop-to-pop connectivity, and right now they can buy, a full bundle of services from Seaborn. Moving to another topic, I talked about this last year. This is, the Recife project, right? This is a new development for Seaborn. We are almost, there. We are just discussing the definitive agreements with our local partner in Recife to deploy the whole infrastructure. So hopefully over the next few weeks, we are going to be announcing the launching of the project. This is going to be, as you know, among our route on Cibras 1, we have 7 branch units, right? Places where we can, connect other infrastructures through our to our main infrastructure. So we have 2 in front of the, the coast of the US, 1 in the Caribbean, and then we have 4 branch units in front of the Brazilian coast. So we are going to use the one we have in front of Recife, and we are going to extend our cable to that city. So this is going to be the first subsea cable landing in that region, right? From Recife, which is a very vibrant economic hub in the north area of Brazil. From that region, we are going to be able to provide services up north to New York and down south to Brazil. Since this, cable is going to be connected to our network, people from Recife and carriers from, northeast, they will benefit from all the on-net locations we have within our network. Namely, all the major data centers in São Paulo area, and also the data centers located in the Rio de Janeiro. Another interesting, thing about this cable is that from a transport and IP standpoint, if you look the current subsea cable topology in Brazil, all the major cables, they land in Fortaleza, and then they go down to Rio de Janeiro and São Paulo. And then there is another cable connecting Salvador right here, right? So extending our cable here, it will bring more, resilience to the entire region of Northeast. And here, the population in this region is almost 80 million people, right? So regional carriers, national incumbents, they will have an alternative to protect their networks from an IP and a transport standpoint. And then with this, cable, which is an enabler, I would say there will be a tier 3 data center facility, okay? This is not for, hyperscalers, right? This is not a 10 megawatt construction, 20, 30 megawatt. This is 4 megawatt, we have identified, already the demand for this, type of facility. I would say that this is going to be more, edge data center, right? And since Recife is a vibrant city and, hyperscalers, content, gaming, they need to go to tier 2, tier 3 cities. In conjunction with the cable, we are going to be building a carrier neutral edge data center facilities, right? This is going to be, modular. We are not going to start with 4 megawatts. We've been discussing with the strategic partners and operators the ideal infrastructure to, construct in that region. So this is going to have, 400, hacks, 4 megawatts, as I said. This is going to be attached to our cable land station. So this is, huge project that right now we are in the, late phase of development. Hopefully over the next few weeks and months, we are going to be, sharing more information with the whole international community. So in terms of time, I think that's it, right? I think I have covered, our network, the reason we call network for the Americas. As you saw, we have 2 major infrastructures, and then, we have built a comprehensive network across the Americas, across the world. And in terms of late developments, Recife is the one that it is in our roadmap specifically for Brazil. Thank you.
¿Cuándo va a estar listo este data center de Recife del que nos comentabas?
Yeah, this is going to be operational probably Q4 next year, the data center itself, and the cable probably Q1 2023, okay? We are just about to signing, the agreement to start the marine survey, right? And then we have the whole, regular timeline to produce the cable and then deploy the whole infrastructure.